Good morning, Scotland. I'm Connor McCormick, and I'm here to bring you your daily news. First up today, we are going to be discussing our king and his best friend, Banquo's relationship. Nothing is confirmed as of now, but there is rumors that Banquo thinks Macbeth did something bad to become king, and Macbeth is suspicious of Banquo. We're going to go down to our field reporter, Aidan Renz, and see what he has been able to dig up around the castle.
Thanks, Connor. I'm currently outside the castle. I'm hearing you exactly right. Macbeth is suspicious of Banquo, and Banquo is suspicious of Macbeth. I have a quote here from Banquo saying, "I fear thou plays most foully for." He's referring to the king, saying he did something bad to become king. But for all now, this is suspicion. Macbeth may have to pull on Lady Macbeth and become the evil mastermind.
Whoa, Aidan. That is groundbreaking news. Great job. Those two were supposed to be best friends. Let's not forget where King Duncan stayed the night he was killed. And let's not forget who killed the people who assassinated him. I'm just kidding, of course. Macbeth did not do anything. Saying that he killed the old king would be lèse-majesté, as the French say. And I can't go against our amazing new king. I'm sure Banquo was referring to something else with that quote.
I'm Brian Scott, and I'm standing here live where Banquo was just attacked by 3 murderers while riding his horse with his son. His son was able to run away, and it seems as if nobody has been found yet. But Banquo, who is a good friend of the newly crowned king, is now dead. No further details are being released on the motive for this killing, or if the murders have been caught. All we know for now is possibly the king's closest friend was killed while riding his horse with his son, and the status of the killers and his son are unknown. There was rumor that one of Banquo's sons was supposed to become king, so that could be a possible motive for the killings. But as of now, it is all suspicion.
Wow, thanks for that, Brian. Sure is sad news. I'm sure the king is devastated by the loss of one of his closest friends. Unless he killed him. Because he was suspicious of him. Nah, I'm just kidding. Of course, I'm just kidding. But our great field reporter, Aidan Renz, was actually just at the feast that took place at the king's castle that Banquo was supposed to be at. Let's see if he has any notes for us.
Hi, Connor. I'm once again outside the castle, after Lady Macbeth forced me and all the other guests to suddenly leave, after King Macbeth did a couple odd things. The first odd thing that happened was when Lennox told him to come join him at the table, and there was clearly an open seat. But Macbeth said there was no open ones, and after Lennox pointed to the one, Macbeth looked at him like he had seen a ghost. He was quoted saying, "Never shake thy glory locks at me." Just speculation, but who knows? Maybe he saw Banquo's ghost in that seat, because that's where he was supposed to sit for the feast. And his glory locks, that's his bloody hair, and him shaking them at Banquo's ghost shaking his head. It's just a theory, but who knows? Why would our king be seeing the ghost of his best friend? Before we could ask him more, Lady Macbeth quickly pulled him aside and seemed to calm him down a bit. However, later in the night, King Macbeth began to freak out again and seemed to be seeing someone or something that was not there. Lady Macbeth quickly threw us out, which is unfortunate because I'm sure I would have had a pretty scandalous story out there. Perhaps about Banquo's murder or King Duncan's. But for now, we'll just have to wait and see you back on it.
Wow. Good thing Lady Macbeth was there to keep him under control. Sure did sound like he got himself in a pickle. Actually, I'm sure he did nothing wrong. Maybe he was just feeling ill or he had a bit too much to drink. We all know how those feasts gets. I know you know what I'm talking about, Aidan. Really sounds like she's turned herself into his rock and is keeping him under control. Now I'll be sending you over to Garrett Thunderstorm, who will be telling you about some crazy apparitions and the weather, of course.
Hello everyone, it is your weatherman Garrett Thunderstorm. Today I have 3 apparitions to report to you, and it's supposed to be sunny with occasional rain showers. But who really cares about that? Let's get into these apparitions. The first apparition that was shown to Macbeth was a man's head wearing armor. That head told Macbeth, "Beware Macduff." This was clearly telling Macbeth to be careful of Macduff and confirmed his suspicions about Macduff not being loyal. Our second apparition of the day was a crazy one. It was a bloody child, and the witches are quoted saying, "No, none of women born shall harm Macbeth." that is pretty great news for Macbeth because everyone is born from a woman, right? Just kidding. Of course everyone is. The third and final apparition of the day was a child holding a tree wearing a crown. This time the witches said, Macbeth shall never be vanquished until great Birnam Wood, to high Dunsinane hill shall come against him. This apparition is a crazy one. It means he will not be defeated until a whole forest moves. All in all, if Macbeth had a solid day of apparitions, he got one telling him his suspicions were right about someone who is looking to betray him, so he can stop them. Sorry, Macduff, but he is the king. And then two other apparitions saying he will not be defeated because unless there is someone who can move a great Birnam Wood forest and not born from a woman, he is A-OK. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a weatherman. I am also hearing that he has changed his mindset. For now on, he is just going to do the first thing that comes to mind. And if he is suspicious of someone, he will not wait. He will just make the move against them.
Wow, some pretty great weather and pretty crazy apparitions coming out. Thanks for getting those direct quotes for us, Garrett. Very helpful in the explanation. I'm sure those witches were very fun to interview.
Well, Connor, not my favorite interview. Smelled pretty weird in that cave, but very interesting.
Good. Hold on, I'm receiving breaking news about Macduff. Aiden, to you?
That's right. I'm currently hearing that Macduff has left for England to try and meet up with Malcolm and help get an army to regain his throne for him. But he has left his wife and son at home, unprotected from Macbeth. He sent murderers to kill him and his family, so hopefully we'll not be hearing a crime report from Brian anytime soon.
Oh no, that would be terrible. I've met Lady Macduff a couple times, and she seems like a really nice lady. If I were Macduff's wife, though, I would be not too happy with my husband leaving me behind and vulnerable after annoying the king. But that's their problem. Even if the Scottish elite is currently split over if they should take Malcolm or Macbeth's side, I don't know if I'd leave her. What? No. Wow, it really has been a past crazy couple days. Aiden, unfortunately, I think your prediction may have come true. We have our crime reporter, Brian, outside the Macduff Castle.
In the latest news, we are now hearing that Macduff's wife and son were just killed. It's being reported that Macduff left for England in order to meet up with Malcolm, who is son of the late king, and they are planning something. Apparently, Macbeth was already suspicious that Macduff would betray him and was trying to kill him. Macduff has been suspicious of Macbeth since he killed the servants in rage, who supposedly killed the king. Macbeth became suspicious when Macduff did not attend his crowning or coronation, and we are sensing some paranoia between the two.
Wow, that really is terrible. May they rest in peace. I have a feeling Macduff may be out for some revenge when he gets back. For now, Aiden is outside the castle again with some more news.
Yeah, I've been found out for a while now. Connor's starting to get bored, but I just saw a doctor heading into the castle. Could be nothing, but he was with the Queen's assistant. More coming soon.
Yeah, I am currently getting reports that a group of Scottish soldiers are marching towards Macbeth's castle to meet more troops from England, led by Malcolm, Old Seward, and Young Seward, and Macduff. They're all planning to meet at Birnam Woods. Garrett, can you remind us of the significance of Birnam Woods from those prophecies?
Yeah, Connor. If you remember, Birnam Wood was part of the third apparition, in which the witches basically told Macbeth that would only vanquish if the woods moved to the castle. So unless they can move a forest, Macbeth is probably feeling pretty safe right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thanks, Garrett. Aiden Renz is on the scene where the armies are preparing to attack, so we are going to head over to him.
Yes, Connor. I'm here looking at the large army of Scottish and English troops, and Malcolm just ordered them to cut down a tree branch in the forest of Britannia Woods. So the number of soldiers in Macbeth's castle cannot clearly figure out the number of attacking English and Scottish soldiers. Could his possible count for the moving of the woods? Ready?
That is interesting. But if I were Macbeth, I would not be worried. He still has the second apparition saying that the person cannot be born a woman on his side.
Breaking news. Lady Macbeth, the wife of our king, has just died. There are very few details right now about her death, but we do know she was visited by a doctor the day of her death. And we are hearing rumors that it was most likely suicide, but nothing confirmed yet. There was a rumor she was starting to go insane and sleepwalking towards the end of her life. Apparently, she had a spot she could not wash off. Could be her going insane, or it could be the blood of King Duncan taking a toll on her subconscious.
Wow, that is really sad. Macbeth's having a rough day. Between losing his wife and an army coming to try and take the crown back from him, but he wishes he was just a simple soldier again right now. I mean, I'm hearing from his assistant, Seaton, right now. Or Satan, my apologies. He's saying, Macbeth just said she should have died hereafter. It's a direct quote from Macbeth. He's just saying, man, she went too soon. Wish she could have stayed longer. Here's another one. Tomorrow and all tomorrows lead to the end of time. Some depressing stuff right now. You gotta feel bad for Macbeth. Even if you may have done some questionable things to get the crown, he is just losing his wife now and somebody coming to fight him. Just not a good time for him.
Breaking news. I just followed the army to the castle, and it seems Macbeth just sent his army outside to the castle to fight. This may be a fatal mistake. They were so much better off inside. Wait, hold up. The king is about to fight young Seaward. I can see it clearly. Oh my god, he just killed him. I'm sorry. This is too much for me. Gotta get out of here.
Hold on. We seem to have lost contact with our field reporter, Aiden, but Brian is on his way out there right now to give you the results from the battle. You heard him here first. Coming at you soon.
Hello everyone, this will be our final crime broadcast for a while. I'm outside the castle reporting the death of King Macbeth. Macduff beheaded our king, Macbeth, killing him instantly and putting King Duncan's son Malcolm on the throne. Apparently, before Macbeth and Macduff's battle, Macbeth was bragging about how he cannot be killed by a man born of a woman. When Macduff told him he was cut out of his mother, meaning he was technically not born from a woman. I do not know about you guys, but this would be a pretty good way to get in my head and scare me a bit. Back to you, Garrett, with the weather.
Well, I guess the witches were right. Macbeth became Thane of Conder, the then king. Then Macduff betrayed him, and Macbeth was only defeated after the woods moved to his castle, and he was killed by someone not born.
Wow. This has truly been an amazing couple days. And one crazy story to file. I'd just like to thank my fellow journalists, Aiden Renz, Garrett Thunderstorm, Brian. Aiden, I don't know how you're doing. I know you were in the middle of that battle. I hope you're okay wherever you are. Great job today. Great job, everyone, last couple days. I guess our new king is Malcolm, son of the old King Duncan. Hopefully he will rule us well. Although the witch's apparition did say Banquo's son will become king. And that has not happened yet, so maybe another story coming for you guys soon. Tune in here to hear Scottish news first. Good night, Scotland.